Yo, what's happening, kids? Fucking Nadir, fucking DJ Khaled, fucking Card Spinneroo Megatron, yeah? Giving you all the sick updates on all the coolest techs. So
And
this,
yeah, we have sick text for you today. We've got XYZ Universe. Now, as you guys are all aware, if you've not been living under a rock for the past weekend, you should be quite up to date with the fact that Burning Abyss have made a big resurgence in popularity and, of course, in power because of this new card, Beatrice, or Beatrice as we like to call her, because she wild, and she not the side hoe anymore.
PK Fire!
PK Fire, yeah, that's us. I prefer PK Thunder, but so XYZ Universe. Why is this card good? Let's first of all let's read it so you guys get a little insight into this, because we didn't read this card because that cost us a game. Should have cost us a game anyway. So you target 2 XYZ monsters on the field and you send both of them to the graveyard. Keyword send as well. So we're not destroying. We ain't triggering no break swords and stuff. Special summon 1 XYZ monster from your extra deck except a number monster whose rank is equal to or less than 1 combined equal to or less or 1 less than the combined original ranks of those XYZ monsters. And if you do attach this as a material, if you activate this card, your opponent takes no further damage this turn. So you guys can see where this is going. The BA mirror match. It's extremely AIDS. It's not that bad. We've had worse, like Cliffort. But the point of the matter is the fact that you can put in some interesting cards that is going to essentially blow out the bear match for you. But the biggest reason this card is good is because even though it's a trap, it's a little bit slow. The BA mirror match is a bit of a grind. It's not going to be over awfully fast, and it's the fact that because of the new Beatrice monster being a rank 6, you're not only XYZ Universing into a good monster, you're XYZ Universing into a monster that is actually better summoned with XYZ Universe. Because if you guys are aware, Beatrice, when she's XYZ summoned with a Dante material, you can't use her effect to Foolish Burial until the following turn, but with XYZ Universe you can actually do it instantly. So a very basic scenario would be your opponent controls 2 Dantes and you XYZ Universe them away into Beatrice. Because the biggest problem that we have with the Burning Abyss mirror match, or against Burning Abyss in general, is because a lot of the time you'll find that they're just going to wall up with Dantes and Beatrice. So what you can do is you can play a rank 6, and arguably the best rank 6 to play is just your own Beatrice. For other decks, I'm sure there'll be pretty cool techs. You can probably XYZ Universe into Infinity. Infinity, however, not that great against Burning Abyss, to be fair. Unless they're obviously like low on resources. You can XYZ Universe into Diamond. So two Dantes make a Diamond, and of course Dante being extremely broken in the mirror match. Because if you send your opponent's two Dantes to the graveyard, you will trigger the Dante, but remember that Diamond has the effect that whenever something is added back from your graveyard to your hand, it gets banished instead. For those of you who remember Shaddoll format, you will be very, very aware of this when you played that deck against Tellarknights. So, XYZ Universe into Diamond in the mirror match is very good against 2 Dantes because they're not going to get those adds back. And while Diamond with 1 material is a little bit shitty, negating a clutch Dart monster is going to be really, really, really powerful. But the reason is that this becomes even better is because you can just XYZ Universe your opponent's Dantes into your own Beatrice. So having your own Beatrice up that you can Foolish Burial on the turn it's summoned is absolutely insane. One further tech that we found is when you're it's just 1 card that you can side in extra. It's called CXYZ Coach Lord Ultima Trainer. This monster is a rank 9, so you're going to be XYZ Universing this with your opponent's Beatrice and Dante. So remember, getting around Beatrice is a bit of an effort in and of itself, because if you get rid of Beatrice off the field in any shape or form, she's probably going to summon a Dante, Pilgrim Dante, of course, from your extra deck. So unless you're going to be relying on Farfas, Ultima Trainer is going to be a really good tech to put in with XYZ Universe. So for those of you who don't know what it is, it's basically Dart Destroyer. Okay, it's not Dart Destroyer, but it can be targeted. So 3800 body that cannot be targeted. Yeah, Burning Abyss have no out to this, apart from, the generic Raigeki Dark Hole. So, yeah, Burning Abyss always suffered with things that can be targeted, and being able to put something on board for free with their monsters at 3800 attack is very, very powerful. Especially trying to get rid of their Beatrice from the field is a bit of a nuisance because of the possession effect of Beatrice being destroyed in any shape or form. I'm sure there's probably other good techs as well that you can put in, but upon searching through the rank 9s, Ultimate Trainer seems to be the best, and of course just your own Beatrice seems to be the best as well.
One of the other things was like with what's notable is like with PK Fire being the more common build right at the moment. Breaksword is played at 3, and what XYZ Universe does is takes the opponent's ability away to actually breaksword a card and then maintain resources and makes them unable to go into a rank 4.
Yeah, exactly. Rank 4s, remember, are 4 at 3 is 7. 7 minus 1 is 6. That means XYZ Universe still lets you go into your own Beatrice. Had an issue at the region where my friend was siding a diamond, and he XYZ Universe's opponents Downard and Dante into a diamond, which of course you can't do because that's a 2-level difference, not 1. So even if your opponent with the breaksword is making rank 4s, you're still going to be able to make your Beatrice because she's rank 6, which is only 1 below the requirement for XYZ Universe. Now, the only thing that you need to take into consideration, I would say, honestly, this card is so good in the mirror match. The only downside we found with it so far in playtesting it in 2 very long grind game matches was the fact that you can't use it on your turn. You can use it on your turn, but you can't go for game on your turn because your opponent takes no further damage, which honestly is not that much of a drawback. Second of all, the other downside, of course, being a trap. Traps are generally quite slow. It's vulnerable to MSTs. Especially if your opponent is aware that you're playing it at XYZ Universe, it becomes very easy to play around if your opponent knows is having a good read on a universe. But other than that, being a trap, I don't think it being too slow is that bad because of the fact that, like I said, Burning Abyss matches tend to be very long, very grindy, so both players are going to be setting for a long time. Both players are going to be walling up with Dantes and Beatrices, and that's always been the problem with the Burning Abyss mirror match, has just been walling up with the Dantes and Beatrices. So now we have, an easy out to a full field. It's better than Dark Hole in some cases because it doesn't destroy, and depending on what you make with it, they're not going to be plussing off of the Foolish. And the most important card, of course, Beatrice, is not going to be able to get her effect to summon Pilgrim. So, I'll let this open up for some discussion. Beaky, what do you think of this card?
It seems pretty neat. Like, I was a fan of it back when last year, just before Necros came out. I did like the applications it had with Diamond, and it seems a bit more awkward now, the fact that you have to find space for a lot of different options, because obviously you have to account for the fact that Beatrice and other cards are going to be a factor. So I feel like Beatrice being a card in your extra deck is something to summon off of XYZ Universe, and the fact that you can use its effect the turn that you summon it off XYZ Universe can be quite relevant. It could probably shift quite a few games into your favor.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just the fact that you can XYZ Universe on your opponent's turn and then still be able to use Beatrice and mill something like a clutch Farfa or Alec, it's I can't see like downsides to this card, honestly.
Or Calcab.
Yeah, Calcab as well.
Like
End phase.
Calcab's more of a notable card as opposed to Alec, because when you were in a format where people are playing Fogblade, Solemn Strikes, you can like wait, you can hold the Beatrice effect until like the end of the turn, and then it obviously makes it a lot easier for you to play on your turn.
Yeah. So this has been a quick little deck tech video for you guys. If anyone out there watching is playing Burning Abyss, highly recommend you look into XYZ Universe. This card is phenomenal. I love it. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.